guys, your boy here back. The guys, it's your boy Afrorider here. Woo, today I got a nice little motovlog for my potential riders out there. You know, if you are a young guy or even mature guy thinking about getting, you know, a first motorcycle, I mean, I got advice for you that worked for me. You know, it will help you learn to ride and also learn how to walk on your bike. So when you get that new bike or the nicer bike, you know how to take it to a dealership and get raped. Because it's what they do, man. Anytime you take your bike to a dealership, man, you should bring two things with you: a box of condoms and some lube. Because if you don't, they don't give a fuck, man. They will do you wrong. You know what I mean? Wrong. They're not going to use no condoms on your ass, so you might as well take your own. So yeah, guys, to my new guys over there, you know what I mean, my best advice for the potential rider is get an older motorcycle. I mean, I don't mean a super old bike, but a used motorcycle, like a 5, 6, 7-year-old motorcycle, something that you're not going to get emotionally attached to. You know, just instead of getting a brand new 300cc motorcycle, I always tell people to get an old 600. You know, an old 600, because you might keep it for 6 months, 1 year, or even more, as opposed to a 250 or 600. Then no respectable rider will keep that shit for more than 6 months. You know what I mean? If you keep a 250 for a year, there's something wrong with you. I mean, if you're a new rider, I mean, honestly, if you keep a freaking 250, and that's talking about if you're thinking about upgrading to a 600. If that's all you need, I can understand. But if you're thinking about upgrading to a 600 or a bigger bike, you're not going to keep a 250 for long, man. That's just not going to happen, because you will get bored with that shit. So yeah, guys, I mean, get an older bike. The reason why I tell you to get an older bike is you're not going to love that bike. I mean, you might like it, but you're not going to love it. And if you drop it, just like new riders make mistakes, you know, they drop their bikes at low speeds, and you ain't gotta get mad, because it's an old bike anyway. So you drop it, you're not gonna get mad. Also, old bikes need more love. It means things will break down with the bike. You know, it will need more love, so you're gonna have to do more work on it. And since it is an old bike, you're not gonna take it to the dealership, so you're gonna learn how to work on the bike yourself, and these skills you can use for your whole life. Once you have an old bike, it breaks down, you buy cheap used parts on eBay, you put them on yourself, and you have experience. It means tomorrow, if you get a brand new bike and it has the same issues you fixed on the older bike, you can fix it yourself. You ain't gotta worry about going to the dealership. You know, and you got more experience working on your own bike, which will save you thousands of dollars, man. Thousands. Because as a new rider, you shouldn't get used to you know, having it easy. Having it the easy way by going to the dealers whenever you get a small problem. Because that's a bad habit. That is a bad habit. Because it's a waste of money. There is nothing more satisfying than working on your own bike, getting the problem fixed. There is nothing more satisfying than that, besides riding the bike. You know, but besides riding the bike, fixing your own bike is the most satisfying thing you can do. I can guarantee you that. So why wasting your money? Why paying for something you could have enjoyed doing? Alright, don't be lazy, guys. Motorcycling is not all about riding. The bike life is not all about riding. It's about riding the bike, experiencing more things, riding, meeting other people, and walking on your own bike, especially when you get stuck walking on a bike, it pisses you the fuck off. The bike is I mean, you can't figure out what the problem is for like a week and shit, being all over forums, all over internet looking for the problems. But finally, when you find that problem and you fix it, it's the most satisfying thing ever. And I want you new riders to experience that for yourself. And the only way you can do that is by buying a bike that needs love. Alright, instead of buying an old bike and a new bike, buy an older bike. Better off buy a project bike. I mean, buy a bike that doesn't start and fix it up from the ground up. I mean, I've had a few bikes like that before that had so many issues, you know, I had to basically rebuild them. And guys, once you rebuild the bike, you will love that bike even more, because you feel like you shared so much with that bike. You spend so much time with that bike, fixing it, working on it. You will love it even more, because it's going to feel more personal, as opposed to a brand new bike having a problem. You take it to a dealer, they fix it, and you keep riding it. You know, it's taken away from the experience. You're missing a lot by now working on your own bike. It's why I tell people, stop going to the dealers. Anything a dealer can do, you can do. Working on a bike is really not complicated. The only problem on the bike is electronic problems, because they're harder to find. And even the dealers, they find them because they have the machines. If you have if we had diagnostic machines, we wouldn't need those motherfuckers ever. We only need them because we don't have diagnostic machines, and most of us are lazy as fuck. We don't want to do our own work, so we go spend all that money on those assholes. You know what I mean? But you take the time, especially if you know you're a biker for life, you need tools. Go buy yourself a nice tool set, some how do you call it? Some stands, so you can work on your own bike. You know, guys, work on your own bike. And to my new riders, buy an older bike, so when it breaks down, you fix it yourself. You do the oil change, you change the brakes, the fluid, all the servicing. You change the spark plugs. You know, you can learn everything on an older bike because it's accessible. Older bikes don't have a lot of plastics, or they are not super slim, so they're easier to walk on. You know what I mean? And once you get that experience, once you know how to walk a wrench, how to walk your way around the bike, then it's easier to walk on the newer bike, because you know where everything is. You don't have to look for everything. Alright? Think about it. I know these new bikes might be appealing, but have some patience, you know, have some discipline. Buy that old bike, ride it for 1-2 years, I mean however long you think. Once you have the experience you need, and you can go to the newer bike, you know, and it will not be intimidating, you know, because you've made all your little mistakes on that older bike. You know, you've dropped it, you scratched it, you put your helmet on there, the helmet fell. So now you learn a lot of little mistakes. So when you carry on to the newer bike, you will take care of it even better. Alright guys, so this is my little advice on for the new riders, okay? And yeah, to some of you guys that would not listen to me, don't forget that condom, man. Buy your condoms and the lube and go to the dealers. Because once they show you that bill, guess what? You're not a virgin no more. Alright guys, I'm out. Peace.